Okay, so I did not take a trade this morning. This week I am attempting to trade the pre-market open um, from around 6:45 to 8:30, 8:45. So I'm giving myself like a close to a 2 hour window to find trades pre-market. I'm doing this because I hopefully am going to be receiving a job offer soon. And if that happens, then I'm really just not going to be able to trade during my regular hours. I'm going to have to wake up earlier and trade before I have to leave for work. So I'm testing this out. I back tested a decent amount over the weekend to see if my model still works pre-market, or not even just works, how often does it appear. And I actually was very pleased with what I found. Like, my win rate was, I don't have the biggest data pool yet, just because I'm going to have to backtest for a longer period of time to really get a sense, but my win rate was pretty good. And the model showed up a decent amount. And today was no exception, although I'll explain why I didn't take the trade. So let's just start on the daily. The weekly is bullish. The daily is bullish still. We haven't broken structure to the downside yet. Or excuse me, we did here, right? But then we came back up. This closed above, causing us to be bullish again. And we didn't break structure to the downside after that. We're still inside of a daily fair value gap that we're respecting. 4 hours swept a low. We are bearish on the 4 hour technically, just based off of order flow. I like the equal highs above here for a longer draw. That wouldn't be the draw I'm taking out for a trade, but just longer term what I like to see price do. So weekly bullish, daily bullish, 4 hour bearish. 1 hour, by the time we were taking this trade, would have been bullish. When I first woke up, this candle right here hadn't closed yet, but that candle made us bullish once it closed, and then the entry would have been after that close. The 1 hour would have been bullish then. So we have the weekly, the daily, and the 1 hour being bullish, the 15-minute also being bullish. Is there anything else to note on the 1 hour? Not really. This trade would have been a lot easier for me to take if we had respected this inversion or regular fair value gap here on the hourly, but we actually closed below it. We ended up closing below it at one point, so I felt like that got disrespected, and I didn't want to use that as a higher time frame PD array anymore. The issue with this trade was I didn't really have a higher time frame PD array. When I looked back at it, in hindsight, I technically did, but it just wasn't the greatest, and I'll show it off. And so technically, I guess I could have taken this trade, but whatever. So order flow is mainly bullish. So we're looking for bullish price action. I wanted to see this high get taken. There's also some equal highs above here that obviously you can see got taken as well, that I could have targeted, but I like to just target the easiest liquidity. And in my opinion, since especially we swept here at 545, we swept this low. This low had been swept here. There were relative equal highs here, and liquidity was just a lot smoother to the upside rather than the downside that was more jagged. So I wanted higher prices based off of order flow and liquidity, and the only thing I was missing was, like I said, that 1 hour fair value gap was disrespected, so I didn't really want to use that anymore as my higher time frame PD array. And then so I was looking for another one. 15-minute didn't really give us anything. I don't use order blocks, so maybe you consider this an order block, whatever, that we're respecting. I don't use an order block for my PD arrays. I'm looking for a fair value gap. There is none being respected here, or inversion fair value gap. There is none. 5-minute, you're going to be like, oh, well, here you technically had one, and you're right. The problem with this one was this, all right? This is on the 1 minute, in order to catch that, okay, I would have had to instantly set a limit. I don't even think it would have been possible, to be honest with you. It genuinely would not have been possible to set a limit in time for me to get triggered after I saw that the 5-minute fair value gap was there. So that it was not viable. The only way that this trade became viable was when I looked back at this, and I'm upset at myself that I didn't notice this in real time. But also, I don't really know if I would have taken the trade regardless. However, because we have this inversion fair value gap here, it makes this trade, my model here, more viable to say, like, okay, I can take this now. I wouldn't be, if I lost this, I wouldn't be going against my trading plan or my model. Like, I have my PD right here, technically. It's not the greatest. I wish we had, like, potentially respected this 5-minute fair value gap and given me an entry in there, but whatever, it doesn't matter. That technically still gave me a reason to enter. And the sweep obviously was this here, right? When we swept this low. Right, you can see it on the 1 minute. Boom. Started to shoot up. Just, added another bit of liquidity there. Came back down, whatever, respecting the 5-minute inversion. Shot up. That would have been my entry off a limit there for a 1-to-1. And that would have been the trade. And that was all. Just a quick little scalp I would have taken. Turned the pre-market open, and that's what I'm going to be looking for this week is pre-market open trades. I really liked how my model performed in backtesting. I still have to do more backtesting with it, but from what I've seen so far, I really like it. I actually like it more than my regular trading hours, if I'm being completely honest with you. I hate waking up for it, but so far, I've liked it more. So we'll see.